Hey guys, Zueljin here and welcome back to another episode of Bless Online. Today we're going to be looking at dungeons. So I recently did my first dungeon in the game and I had a pretty good time with it. I'm naked here to kind of demonstrate something to you. So let me go ahead back into my UI, and if you try to go into a dungeon, it's possible that you'll get a message sort of like this, which broken translation pretty much leads you to believe that there's something about an equipment score that that doesn't allow you to get in. So if we take a look at our character, you'll see that almost everything that we wear has an equipment score, as well as the weapons that we're using at a time. This equipment score, for instance, is 1111. The axe, well, my axe that I'm currently using is 1111. The one that I was using before was actually only 741. So let me go ahead and equip all of these pieces of armor that I have, my full gear that I've been doing, and you can see that there's also a level requirement if you hover over the dungeon on the map. It says the underground prison available at level 13. Well, naturally, we're plenty high enough level for that. I believe my character is level 19 right now. We should be good to go. So let's jump in here and I'm going to show you a little bit about how the dungeons play out. And here we are. So there's a variety of different dungeons, and this is one that you could do solo in Bless Online, but there is a number of dungeons that are made for multiplayers and some raid stuff. The link in the description below with the FAQ will tell you a lot more about what to expect in dungeons, and the website is also very helpful. So let's take a look at what we have here. There's a bunch of quests that I had before that I kind of finished up with, but if I open my journal here, scroll down to the bottom, there's an armor set of the trader that I was after. Now this requires you to get a certain drops in the dungeon to be able to turn in for a quest reward. And these drops are what you would expect from a normal dungeon drop, right? You get blues, greens, sometimes purples. The ones that I've gotten so far are blue, and they look kind of like this. This is one of the closest shoes of the rebels. This is actually made for a ranger, but it was a lot better than what I was currently wearing. This, on the other hand, was made specifically for berserkers, and it does pretty well. You could look at some of the stats. I do have a couple of items from the set, and you do get set bonuses as well for some of these things. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. Let's attack this first Balmont prisoner here. Alrighty. And you can see there's a trap coming up here. Alright. I just got some new skills, so my cooldowns are a little bit hard to expect. So I'm getting kind of used to a few other skills here. Alright, so there's a trap here, and I've seen in videos where there has been things that you can do to dismantle them. And if you mouse over it, it looks like you have the ability to disable it. So it doesn't just prompt you right ahead, so it's a little bit hard. If you hold the Alt key, you get your mouse cursor and you can do all sorts of things with that. So that's just how I did it. And it looks like there's some sort of different mob over there. Let's go ahead and go here. That is the boss that I fought last time. Alright, and that was one of my biggest skills, Earthquake. I could show you a little bit about what I'm using here. Let me loot this corpse really quick. So, if I take a look at my skills, I do have a point that I can spin actually on another passive skill, which I think I'm going to do right now. Let's save this. But what I have in my active skills right now, this is my basic attack strike, as well as an irregular strike, which is a hold ability. So, some skills in the game are really, really neat, right? So, instead of just pressing, I could just press 1, and that's just a strike, okay? If I press 2, you can say select the target, okay? So it doesn't allow me to just do it. But look at this. If I hold it down, there's a bar that fills up. Now, I have a couple of skills like this, and Granted, what you would think, the longer you hold it up into max, the more damage it does. So it provides for some pretty interesting combat at times. Let's go ahead and check this guy out. And I just fell on spikes. So I'm very prone to spikes, as you could probably see in my live streams that I linked as well. Their chat was harassing me because I am terrible about seeing these things. I don't know how I miss them so often, but I do forget. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, all my cooldowns are good. I have a couple of potions to use in case things get hairy. Let's go ahead and take this guy out, shall we? It's my big skill. There's my earthquake skill. Holding up pretty good right now. Uh-oh. So you can dodge with a dodge roll as well. And you do get a little bit of invincibility frames when you do that. So the first time I fought this guy, he was really difficult. He was really difficult. But it looks like we got Rebel's Rough Shoulders. And is that one of the ones that we need? Yes, it is. And Crafty Under Rebels. I don't think that's one that we needed, but we'll grab it anyway. Along with some adventure points and some silver and copper. Alright, that was pretty good. So you can run this dungeon as much as you want and get experience from it and grab all the loot and finish up your sets, and it does help the leveling up process as well as gear in the future. Alright, let's progress a little bit. This time I'm feeling pretty confident here. Let's ramble up a few of these guys. Haha, trap, I saw you this time. Okay, we've gathering a little party here. Alright, let's break it down. Okay, I'll use a potion here. Okay. Ooh, it's coming close, baby. Alright, I healed. Wow. Whoo. Go, baby, go. Go, baby, go. A bit off more than I could chew, guys. Alright, we got another heal potion. There we go. Alright. The heartbeat sounds pretty intense, yeah? It makes you really feel it. Alrighty. And I just picked up something here. That's a Minster Withdrew of Stigma. Primary weapon for a paladin here. Alright. The heartbeat will go away really soon here. Let's go ahead and eat some bread for some out of combat regeneration. I got a recurve bow. That's a weapon for an archer. There we go. So yeah, you can take potions and they have about a 60-second cooldown while you're in battle, as well as a 60-second cooldown on out of battle items that you use, like bread for cooking and stuff. Alright. We're not gonna bite off that much again, but I had to make it kind of intense for you guys, right? Some of my cooldowns aren't triggered yet. I thought they were. Quit running. Beautiful. All right. And all of these things, I believe that the messages that keep popping up all have to do with a little. I noticed the spikes. They all have to do with the armor. Well, the auction house, or the. There we go. All right. We'll disable this. Neutralizing the trap. There we go. Did it work? I do not see that it worked. But it's not showing that I could do it again, so maybe I failed? I'm not too sure. So originally, one of my quests was to go in here and to save all of these guys. And to do that, there is a guy with a key around here that I had to kill. So I don't know if that'll show or what, but... There we go. Nice, man. I'm getting about a silver every 2 or 3 guys that I kill, which isn't that bad either. Buy loot, gear, and all sorts of stuff with that. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to have the key for him, it looks like. Boom, baby. 1697. That's a big hit. Big old hit. All right, there's the prison security guard up there. Let my cooldown refresh. And let's go. And I missed him on one of my big hits. We'll just finish him off with auto attack and proceed from there. Let's finish these guys as well. I missed that pretty bad. Beautiful. I didn't quite loot that. The charge skills are really neat too when you can when you are fighting things like in the field that aren't exactly aggro to you. You can really charge up to smash these guys. Alright, like this guy's yellow. I don't think he's gonna attack me right away. Let's check, make sure all of the other enemies have been defeated. Perfect. And that we don't go close to the spikes. And let's try to get this key, shall we? Oh, I let him hit me with that. Son of a gun. Got an ad. It's alright. I have a little AoE. Ooh, baby. Got away. And I'm stunned. One guy left to mess with. Whew, I was stunned for a little bit. Alright, we got Cunning Trader armor. Cunning Trader of the Scapular. There's the old prison keys. Some silver and stuff. Pretty good. And this guy was just an ad, so nothing that we can loot from him. Alrighty, so now that we got the prison keys, we should just be able to go up to the doors. And you can see that we have the open option now. We can go in, talk to him. If we still had the quests, we'd be able to complete them. And we're gonna go a little bit further here. Actually, let's see if I can disable these traps again. Yeah, there they go. That time it worked. Alright. Looks like there's a secret passage here. This was one of my quests as well. It's not just a gate that you open, it's a gate that you rip down. And I'm gonna take some damage in this poison stuff here. I'm not gonna spend too much time. Not that I'm taking a ton of damage, but... By the way, none of these creatures seem to be tameable. I don't know if that's the case for all dungeons, or just this one. Alright, my health's still looking good. It looks a lot worse than it really is. Alright. And there's a king worm. He was part of the quest line too. Okay, some more over here. Corpse worms. Sounds nice and nasty, doesn't it? Okay, there's a dwarven treasure chest in here as well. And it has a bar, you'll notice. It takes forever to break this thing. That definitely helps. Okay, now chest. But you got some pretty good stuff in them. There we go. And if we open it up, you'll see that you get patterns. So the patterns are basically like recipes that you can get for armor smithing, which is one of the professions in the game. Really neat. All right, we got some cooldowns to let refresh anyway, so we'll go ahead and loot these guys. A bunch of these items are just junk, but they do trade in for copper, so we may as well pick them up while we have the ability to. Let's clear out this room here. And then we'll fight the last guy. Alright, looks like we have a little bit of poison or bleed on us too. Alright, and just for the sake of argument, we'll finish off the looting here. Alright. That's enough of that. Okay, looks like we're all good. All of my cooldowns are fresh. Big lick. Stunned. Come on, stunned. There we go. Stunned again. Made it all up. Yeah, baby. That's it. That's it. All right. And it looks like we got the Trader's Tough Belt, Trader's Wookiee Jan Hands Screened In, whatever that means. Cunning Trader of the Scapular, another one of those. All right. We'll grab the rest of the loot, and you'll see in dungeons when you die, as well as when you finish them, they have little teleport portals, and at the bottom right here, you can see entrance to the dungeon. You can move to the entrance of the subterranean prison Balmont. So let's go ahead and press F, and it'll move us to the entrance of the dungeon. And there we are, you guys. And those are the two teleporters that I was telling you about moving. You can go into the last boss room, or you can go halfway of the dungeon. So this is the only dungeon that I've ever explored, but I'm sure there's similar mechanics to the other ones. Let's look at the loot that we got. Let's see if there's anything. So the armor that we currently have right now that's part of the set are called Traders. So let's see. It's Rough Armor Rebels. We're looking for Rough Pitches, Rebels Rough Shoulders. That is Scapular. Is there a Scapular that we're looking for as part of that? Doesn't look like it. Let's see. This looks like it's good for the Assassin. At the bottom of the description of it, you can see Recommended Class Guardian, Recommended Class Berserker. This is the same belt that we have, I do believe. Yep. Let's look a little bit further in. That's the Scapular. Now, even though this is better for the Assassin, you can see the physical defense is better. I would lose strength by going with this, but it's something that I can upgrade to if I'd want. The Cunning Trader Armor. Looks like this is for the Assassin as well. And we got some pants. This is crafty under the Rebels. And it looks as though this is for the Assassin. So a lot of Assassin gear this time. Although we did get the Rebels Rough Shoulders, which is for the Berserker and part of our set items. So now you can see that we have 3 of 7 set items. And that's grinding gear in the dungeons and a little bit about dungeon mechanics, guys. So I hope y'all really enjoyed the video. If you did, give me some dap on that like button to show your support. If you're interested in more Bless Online content, check the description below for my playlist for these beginners videos, as well as some live streams on my other channel and my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Zueljin and youtube.com/ZueljinTV. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, this is Zueljin signing off, and we'll see you next time.